welcome to my channel. How are you all? I really hope that everyone is fine. Okay, quickly we'll move into the chapter. We're doing trigonometry, and like previous chapters, our chapters links are posted in the description below. Just go and check it. Check all the trigonometric videos which are posted, and let's get started. Every day before starting any of the problems of the trigonometry, we will surely make sure or we will surely revise the formulas of trigonometry. Okay, let's start with it. Trigonometric ratios. What are the trigonometric ratios? Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cot theta. Okay, so like we'll be drawing the right angle triangle, and we will be having the theta. We will be knowing the values of these lengths, okay, by using these formulas. So sin theta is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent. Easy way to remember these formulas. The first three things are, this is the most easiest thing to just remember. It has no concept behind it, but just to remember. It is old Harry and his old aunt. Okay, this is just to remember old Harry and his old aunt. In exam, you can quickly just write all these things. Now, what is cosecant theta? Cosecant theta is nothing but the inverse of sine. So, we are inversing the sine, the inverse. Okay, h by o, hypotenuse by opposite. Okay, secant is nothing but inverse of cos. Cot is nothing but inverse of tan. We are just doing that. Okay, we just need to remember only these three formulas, that too with a trick. Okay, and later on we just need to play with the formulas. That's it. That's only thing about trigonometry. Okay, now we also know that tan theta is nothing but sin theta divided by cos theta. Sin theta divided by cos theta. After solving this sin theta by cos theta, we will be arriving at opposite by adjacent, right? So tan is nothing but sin theta by cos theta. It is one of the identity. And also will be like Pythagoras theorem will be very helpful for us, because in our problems one of the side will be missing. Okay, one of the side will be missing, either this or this, and hypotenuse, adjacent or opposite. So in that case we will be using the Pythagoras theorem. What does Pythagoras theorem says? The square of the hypotenuse is nothing but is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. The sum of the squares of other two sides. Angle. So it's nothing but AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Okay, so we can make out any of the problems. Simply mug up this formula or understand this formula. That's it. In the problem, either AC will be missing, either AB will be missing, or BC will be missing. So we can easily find out that keeping that value and playing with these value, we can find out the missing figures. Okay, let's quickly get started with 7th problem of exercise 11.1. Okay, given that in the 7th problem, it's given that cot theta is equals to 7 by 8. Then evaluate 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta, the whole divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Till now we were having the problems that given one of the ratio, we were to find another ratios. That was very simple. Okay, this is also very simple once you get the knack of it. Now we are given the ratio of one of the ratio we are given. Okay, the values are given for that ratio. But we need to find out the ratios, other ratios, as well as substitute in this value to get a complete compressed answer. Okay, so any problem, what you need to do, write the given. What is given? What is the given things here? It's just the cot theta given. Okay, it is 7 by 8. Also what we need to do in exam, right away draw the right angle triangle. Okay, 90 degrees ABC, and here it is a theta. From angle A we are taking a theta. Okay, what is cot A? Cot A is nothing but 1 by tan theta. मतलब tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent, right? Now cot theta will be ulta. Cot theta will be reverse of tan theta, right? So adjacent by opposite. Simple. Okay, so cot theta is equals to adjacent by opposite, which is nothing but 7 by 8. We got the value of adjacent figure for angle theta. Adjacent side is 7, right? For angle theta, opposite side BC, it is 8. Okay? This is opposite, this is adjacent, and this is hypotenuse. Are we given with hypotenuse? No, we need to find out the hypotenuse. So what's the formula for the hypotenuse? If we don't have any hypotenuse, or if we don't have any of the side, any of the length, we will be using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what does Pythagoras theorem say? AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Okay, just now we have discussed this. So what is AC square? It's missing. Directly right away we'll take AC square. Okay, what is AB square? What is AB square? We just got it from cot theta. What is AB square? 7 square. Okay, what is BC? BC is 8. Okay, so we will be writing 8 square. Okay, AC square is equals to 49 is equals to 64. Root of 113. Okay, since we can't take out the square root, even if we take out the square root, we will get answer left with square root. So we will be leaving, we will be simplifying further using this AC as same square root of 113. Okay, square root of 113. Now what we need to find out, seeing the problem, what we need to find out, we need to find only two ratios, right? Sine and cos are repeatedly asked here. So let's find out sine. What is sine theta? What is sine theta? What's the formula of the sine theta? It is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. Okay, what is opposite? We got, what is the tangle opposite? It is 8. Hypotenuse we got hypotenuse as 113. Okay, what is the opposite of theta, angle theta? It is 8. This line is 8. What is the hypotenuse that we have just calculated? Root of 113. We'll leave as it is. Okay, we can't simplify. Then it is cos theta. What is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay, and what is adjacent for the theta? What is adjacent? 7. What is hypotenuse? We calculated root 113. We have done all the problems till here. Now this problem is one step ahead. What we need to do? We need to find out 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. That means that we need to substitute these values in it. Okay, we will be doing that now. Now this is what we are doing. We are copying exactly the question. 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now if we closely see that, it is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, right? The both numerator as well as denominator is in that form. So we know that this is nothing but, this is a, okay, this is b, this is plus and plus, this is minus. Okay, the same thing applies here. Right, so we know that formula. What is the formula that we can arrive with? A plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square, right? This is what the formula we have, and here the value of A is 1 and the value of B is sine theta. Value of B is sine theta, and here the value of A is 1 and here the value of B is cos theta. So we are simplifying that. Okay, we will be simplifying, we'll be reducing it. It's nothing but 1 square, okay, 1 square minus we are taking sine square theta. Okay, did we get that? Two signs are there, plus and minus, all that replacing with the formula, we are getting this, right? Isn't it easy? Understandable? Okay, same thing applies down. 1 square, what is instead of sine, what is that? Cos theta minus cos square theta, right? Applying this formula of a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b, right? Now we got it. Now the only simple thing that we need to do here is just substituting the values of sine and cos here. Now it's very simple, which implies 1 square is 1 minus, what is sine theta? What we have just got the sine theta, it is 8 divided by root 113. 8 divided by root 113. Because it's a square, we are taking this as a square. Okay, divided by the whole divided by, we just arrive at this value. Now 1 square is nothing but 1 minus cos square theta. It's not just cos theta, it is 7 divided by 113, the whole square. Okay, did you get that? Did you get what we just did it? It's nothing but sine, we are putting the sine values and square values here. Okay, the same thing applies, you are putting the cos value and square value, we are taking as it is. Okay, now it's just simplifying the problem. It's nothing but 1 minus 64 divided by 113. Since root of 113 whole square is nothing but root and square gets cancelled. Okay, divided by 1 minus 49 divided by 113. Okay, simplifying now. We are taking the LCM of it. It is very simple now. 113 minus 64 divided by 113. The whole divided by 113 minus 49. The whole divided by 113. Okay. This 113 and 113 gets cancelled, okay, because they are in the denominators and they are same values, and the final answer will be 113 minus 64 divided by 113 minus 49, which is nothing but 49 divided by 64. Okay, we got the answer. For people who did not understand this, that we are cancelling the denominator, there is one more step that you can just add it. For some people who didn't understand that, we are copying this as it is. The answer got ended here itself. Okay, it's not the step after this. I'm explaining this for some people who did not get that why we are cancelling 113. Okay, for more simplified way. 113, something which is there in denominator. When we have so many values, totally we will be getting confused what is the denominator. What we do, we will take this upper value as it is and take this value which is whole of the denominator value to the other side, taking the division as multiplication into. When we take the division as multiplication, the things get inversed. Okay, so this 113 divided by this 113 gets up and this 113 minus 49 gets down. Okay, now this 113 and 113 gets cancelled into it's like 2 by 2, 2 divided by 2. Okay, so 113 divided by 113 is 1. Okay, ones are. So we are getting this answer, right? This answer, same thing here, and we are continuing with the answer. Now I want you all to do this problem, this B bit, 1 plus sine theta divided by cos theta, and write the answer in my comment box, and I will be replying to you all. If you people have any doubt anytime, you just comment and I will surely get back to you. Now let's move on to the eighth problem, and by seeing this problem it seems like so difficult, but it is very easy, let me tell you. Okay, let's start with the question. In a right angle triangle ABC, right angle is at B. Right angle is at B always, usually. If tan A is root 3, then find out the value of sin A cos C. Cos A plus cos A sin C. Okay, the specialty of this problem is we just don't have sin A, cos A, sin B, cos B. It's not that so. This, you should be very careful with it. It is sin A, cos C, cos A, sin C. So we need to find out the angles from both the sides. Okay, it is like from this side and this side, right? A as well as C. It's not just one-sided, it is now two-sided thing. Okay, so no need to worry, we'll be surely completing this. So first thing what we need to do always is write the given value. What is the given value? That is nothing but it is a tan A. Okay, tan A is given, which is nothing but root 3. Whenever there's a root 3, like 1 is such a value that we can multiply with anything or divide by anything, it will be the same value, right? So what we'll be doing here, root 3 is nothing but root 3 divided by 1. Eventually we are getting root 3, right? It is root 3 divided by 1. So now what is tan actually? What is the formula of tan? Opposite by adjacent, right? So adjacent value is root 3. This is what? Whose adjacent? You need to check this. Whose adjacent? It is A. From point of view, angle from point of view of A. Okay, adjacent is root 3. Sorry, opposite is root 3. Okay, now adjacent is 1. Okay, adjacent side is adjacent of angle A is 1. Okay, you people got that? Now, isn't it very simple? What is to find out angle AC? What we use? Yes, we use Pythagoras theorem. So, using Pythagoras theorem, okay, let me just complete this. AB by BC. Okay. What is the Pythagoras theorem? AC square, the hypotenuse square, is equal to the sum of the sum of the squares of other two angles, other two lengths. Okay, other two sides you can say. We know do we know AC square? No. Yes, but we do know AB square, and we do know AB and BC, so we can arrive it. What is AB? What is AB? It is 1 square ka square plus what is BC? It is root 3 square ka square. Okay, which is nothing but 1 square is 1, root 3 square root, and the square gets cancelled and it will be 3, right? Answer is 4. So AC square is nothing but 4, and which implies AC is nothing but root 4, which is 2. So we got the value of our hypotenuse as 2. Okay, this is hypotenuse. Okay, let's not write all these things here because we have to see from two point of views, that is from angle from angle A point of view and from angle C point of view, right? So let it be. Now let's first complete our ratios. What are the ratios that we need to find out? Sin A, cos C, cos A, sin C. They all are different, right? So first let us find the ratios of A. Ratios of angle A. Okay, what is the ratio that they are asking? Sin A. Okay, then what is the ratio that we need to find out? Cos A. They are asking sin A, okay, and cos A, right? So let's find first, okay, these two ratios we need to make it. We need to find out. First, let's take only from the point of view of angle A. Okay, what is sin A? Old Harry and his. Okay, What is sine A? Opposite. What is the opposite of from angle A? What is the opposite side? It is BC. What is what is the hypotenuse side? It is AC. Okay. And from angle A, what is the adjacent side? AB. What is the hypotenuse? Always AC. So what is BC? Root 3. What is AC? It is 2 that we have calculated. What is AB? It is 1. What is AC? It's 2. Fine. We got the value of sine A. Okay, this is the sine A value. We got the value of cos A. Okay. Now we need to get the values of cos C and sin C. So let's take the ratios of angle C from point of view of angle C now. Okay, let's write what we need. Sin C, yes. What we need? Cos C, yes. Okay, we know the formula. We have already written the formula here. Opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by, we will not repeat it again. But then we will see from different angle. So for angle C, for angle C, what is the opposite? What is the opposite? It is AB. Okay. What is the opposite for angle C? It is AB. Okay. From angle C, what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse will be same. AC. From point of view of angle C, what is the adjacent? Adjacent for them for angle C is BC. बाजू वाला इसका. And AC is as usual. It's the same. Hypotenuse will not change. Okay. Now we'll be putting up the values, right? What is AB? AB की value 1 है. AC की value क्या है? 2 है. BC की value √3 है. And AC की value 2 है. Okay. We got the answer for sin C also now, right? And cos C. Okay, now it's the simplest thing to do now is to put up these values in this formula which is already given. Now we are simply, copying the question what is to be arrived and writing the answers for each of the thing which we have already arrived. What is sine A? It is √3/2, right? Into, this is nothing but when it's given that sine A cos C, it means that that's a product of it. Okay. What is cos C? It is √3/2 plus what is sin C? It is 1/2. What is cos A? It is 1/2. Now we need to multiply, right? √3 into √3, it is 3 divided by 2 2s are 4 plus 1 divided by 2 2s are 4. Okay. Now LCM is same 4. So 3 plus 1, which is equals to 4/4. 4 ones are 4 ones, it is nothing but 4. 1. So this is equal to 1. What is the answer? Wasn't it very simple? Okay, in the next bit, we have already arrived at cos A, cos C, sin A and sin C. It's just that we need to put up in this formula. Okay, what is the cos A we have already arrived at? We have already arrived in the problem. It is 1/2. Okay, we have just got this. What is cos C? It is √3/2, right? Minus, we are doing the second bit of 8 problem. Okay. What is sin A? We have already got what is sin A? √3/2. And what is sin C? It is 1/2. Okay, now we are just taking out the LCM, multiplying, and that's it. That's it is left. 1 into √3 is √3. 2 into 2 is 4. Minus √3 into 1 is √3 divided by 4. Okay. Plus and minus gets cancelled anyhow. It's 0. So this answer is 0. Wasn't it easy? Wasn't it very simple? In every problem, whenever you find a problem, you feel so that you can't solve. Always read the question 2 to 3 times and again break the question and write the given aspects. Okay, in every problem you see, if you do this way, you will never fail. In exam also, there's a point that you feel that okay, going at one like once glancing at the question will not, you will not get the answer. I mean, you will not get idea how to solve it. Once you just put down on the paper all the given aspects, something or the other will crack up your mind, so that you will complete whole problem. Just try this with yourself, okay? Please subscribe to my channel if you like all my videos, all my teaching about triangle. I mean about trigonometry, and subscribe this time channel, like it, share it with your friends, and take care. Have a nice day. Bye bye.